Hey y'all, I'm back with Jeremiah chapter 2. God's message came to me. It went like this. Get out in the streets and call to Jerusalem. God's message. I remember your youthful loyalty, your love as newlyweds. You stayed with me through the wilderness years, stuck with me through all the hard places. Israel was God's holy place, the pick of the crop. Anyone who laid a hand on her would soon wish he hadn't. God's decree. Hear God's message, house of Jacob. Yes, you, house of Israel. God's message. What did your ancestors find fault within me? That they drifted so far from me. Took up with Sir Windbag and turned into windbags themselves. It never occurred to them to say, where is God, the God who got us out of Egypt, who took care of us through thick and thin, those rough and tumble wilderness years of parched deserts and death valleys, a land that no one who enters comes out of, a cruel, inhospitable land. I had to get some dumplings. Good morning, by the way. I brought you to a garden land where you could eat lush fruit. But you barged in and polluted my land, trashed and defiled my dear land. The priests never thought to ask, where's God? The religion experts knew nothing of me. The rulers defied me. The prophets preached God with a lowercase g, Baal, and chased empty God dreams and silly God schemes. Because of all this, I'm bringing charges against you, God's decree. Charging you and your children and your grandchildren. Look around. Have you ever seen anything quite like this? Sail to the western islands and look. Travel to the Kedar wilderness and look. Look closely. Has this ever happened before? That a nation has traded in its gods for gods that aren't even close to gods. But my people have traded my glory for empty God dreams and silly God schemes. In other words, they traded God's glory for a lie. Now the King James Version says, have a nation change their gods, which are yet no gods. But my people have changed their glory for that which doeth not profit. Things that do not, they trade the truth for a lie. All right, and then it says, verse 13, for my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me and the foundation of living waters, and hewed them out broken cisterns that can hold no water. So what that means, okay, my people have committed a compound sin. Two sins, okay? They've walked out on me, the fountain of fresh flowing waters, and dug cisterns that leak, cisterns that are no better than sieves. Isn't Israel a valued servant, born into a family with place and position? So how did she end up a piece of meat fought over by snarling and roaring lions? There's nothing left of her but a few old bones, and her towns trashed and deserted. Egyptians from the cities of Memphis and Tahpanhes, I don't know how to say that, have broken your skulls. And why do you think all this has happened? Isn't it because you walked out on your God, just as he was beginning to lead you in the right way? And now, what do you think you'll get by going off to Egypt? Maybe a cool drink of Nile River water? Or what do you think you'll get by going off to Assyria? Maybe a long drink of Euphrates River water? Your evil ways will get you a sound thrashing. That's what you'll get. You'll pay dearly for your disloyal ways. Take a long, hard look at what you've done and its bitter results. Was it worth it to have walked out on your God, God's decree, Master God of angel armies, or the Lord as we know him? It says, a long time ago, you broke out of the harness. You shook off all restraints. You said, I will not serve, and off you went. visiting every sex and religion shrine on the way, like a common horde. You were a select vine that when I planted you from completely reliable stock. And look how you've turned out. A tangle of rancid growth. A poor excuse for a vine. Scrub. Using the strongest soaps. Scour your skin raw. The sin grease won't come out. I can't stand to even look at you. God's decree. The master's decree. How dare you tell me I'm not stained by sin? I've never chased after the Baal sex gods. Well, look at the tracks you left behind in the valley. How do you account for what is written in the desert dust? Tracks of a camel in heat, running this way and that. Tracks of a wild donkey in a rut, sniffing the wind for the slightest scent of sex. Who could possibly corral her? In the hunt for sex, and more sex. Insatiable, indiscriminate, promiscuous. Slow down, take a deep breath. What's the hurry? Why wear yourself out? Just what are you after anyway? But you say, I can't help it. I'm addicted to alien gods. I can't quit. Just as a thief is chagrined, but only when caught. So the people of Israel are chagrined. I don't know what that means. Caught along with their kings and princes, their priests and prophets. Now let's read that. I think it means ashamed, because in the King James it says, as a thief is ashamed when he is found, so is the house of Israel ashamed by their kings and their princes and their priests and their prophets. Saying to a stalk, thou art my father, and to a stone, thou hast brought me forth. For they have turned their back unto me, and not their face. But in the time of their trouble, they will say, arise and save us. But where are thy gods, with a lowercase g, that thou hast made thee? He talking about where the gods that you made for yourself. Let them rise if they can save thee in the time of thy trouble, for according to the number of thy cities are thy gods. In the message it says, you've got more gods with a lowercase g to Judah than you know what to do with. Verse 29 says, what do you have against me, running off to assert your independence, God's decree? I've wasted my time trying to train your children. They've paid no attention to me, ignored my discipline. And you've gotten rid of your God messengers, treating them like dirt and sweeping them away. It says you've gotten rid of your God messengers, treating them like dirt and sweeping them away. What a generation you turned out to be. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I warn you? Have I let you down, Israel? Am I nothing but a dead-end street? Why do my people say good riddance? From now on, we're on our own. Young women don't forget their jewelry, do they? Brides don't show up without their veils, do they? But my people forget me. Day after day after day, they never give me a thought. What an impressive start you've made to get the most out of life. You founded schools of sin, taught graduate courses in evil. And now you're sending out graduates resplendent in cap and gown. And except the gowns are stained with the blood of your victims. All the blood convicts you. All that blood convicts you. You cut and hurt a lot of people to get where you are. And yet you have the nerve to say, I've done nothing wrong. Yet you have the nerve to say, I've done nothing wrong. God doesn't mind. He hasn't punished me, has he? Don't look now, but judgment is on the way. Aimed at you who say I've done nothing wrong. You think it's just a small thing, don't you? To try out another sin project when the first one fails. But Egypt will leave you in the lurch the same way Assyria did. You're going to walk away from there, wringing your hands. I, God, have blacklisted those you trusted. You'll get not a lick of help from them. Amen, y'all. All right, y'all. If you see my icon glowing red right there, that means we live. Come on in, check it out, see what God got for you today. Hey, hey, hey.